about a bit more later. So now, since I've spoken to you about how we are slowly entering the era of software-defined vehicles, let me try to give you a bit more of an understanding of what are the components of a software-defined vehicle. So, in any SDV, the primary layer is the hardware layer. Okay, so no matter uh, what software comes into the picture, your hardware components cannot be replaced. Remember, your software, whatever you install right on your vehicle, that is to monitor and to manipulate the hardware components, not to replace them. So hardware is there to stay. The only thing which will change is the way we interact with them. Earlier we used to do it with the help of some mechanical linkages or with the help of some ECUs, right? Now every single component will be interfaced, will be controlled by the user by an intermediate ECU. Okay, so there'll be an intermediate. So the control flow will be like this: user, ECU, then the hardware component, and that ECU will have the software, which will be manipulating it. So till now we used to manipulate only the non-critical components. Now we'll also include the ADAS, the suspension, brakes, engine, motor, battery. All these components can be brought under the control of software now. Next, we move on to the software layer. So in the software layer also we have three more divisions. One is the OS layer. So this OS is like the brain of your vehicle. It's the same as having the OS on your phone. So how the OS on your phone is able to manage all the operations of your whatever you do on the phone, right? In a similar fashion, even the OS in the vehicle will be able to handle all the critical and non-critical functions also. The third layer, I'll come to the second layer. The third layer is the application layer. So, like how you install applications on your phone to basically personalize uh, whatever you feel is best for you on the phone. Similarly, you'll be able to install certain applications. Of course, these applications will be behind a paywall, which you'll have to pay some money, maybe once, maybe annually, depends on what the auto manufacturer prescribes for it. But again, you'll have this option to make the software on the vehicle uh, more suited to your personal specifications. So maybe the current dashboard on the vehicle, I don't like it, I want to change it. So you can tell the manufacturer to give you a different software, so you can install applications for it. So instead of the current application for the dashboard, you can uninstall it, then install a new application for a new type of dashboard. Maybe you can do the same for digital infotainment system. You can maybe even do the same for a particular application which can help you understand the car's performance metrics, or maybe even fine tune some of the specific components of the car. So that is the application layer. Okay, so basically you'll be installing apps on your vehicle, and you'll be personalizing the whole experience of the car as per your requirements. Then the intermediate layer, the layer which helps establish the communication between the OS layer and the application layer, is the middleware. So middleware acts as the communication layer over here. Recently, I was also working on a IPG car maker project where I was trying to send the data from about the car maker simulation environment variables towards another application, so that further processing can take place. And to establish that communication, I used a communication layer called as Kuxa Data Broker. So Kuxa Data Broker is a form of middleware, just for your knowledge. Of course, there are other different types of data brokers coming up, but since I had recently worked on a project, I, that's how I came to know. Okay, Kuxa Data Broker is also a middleware which can be used as a communication layer. So these are the two layers now. Initially, earlier it was only the hardware which is gaining importance. Now, all the hardware is layered up the software layer, and that software is able to monitor all the hardware components, plus not just monitor but also manipulate them, and to a certain extent also vary how the car performs. Now that was about the different layers involved in an STV implementation, right? Now let's understand